So I know a lot of you guys wouldn't expect a video like this from me, but I just have to speak out about this. To give you guys a little bit of a background, if you don't know who I am, my name is Gypsy, and I make videos mainly about GTA Online and making money in GTA Online. I'm anti-shark card. I used to be anti-modded accounts, though I'll get to why I'm not in a second. But I made money-making guides on pack standard, heists, bikers. I'm always about how to make money in GTA Online the most efficient ways possible. Because I used to believe that it's easy to make money in GTA Online, it's not hard, it's not difficult, and you shouldn't complain about DLC prices. I mean, hell, I have the Gold Mine series on my channel, which is focused on starting from rank 1 and playing all the way up through heist to show that it's easy to play heist without getting carried from anyone. Me and all of my friends made brand new accounts just for that series alone. I have all my pack standard guides, which have millions of views. And I have my biker's guide, which I made with the help of GTA series videos. And when the CEO of business came out, I was disappointed in it. I made a video talking about how it was a missed opportunity. In that video, I look back at it now, and it could have been made a lot better. My points were kind of weak in that video, but I still stand by the title of it anyways. It was a wasted opportunity. And the reason for that was because the associate payouts were shit, meaning that you couldn't buy anything without having associates, because you have to buy 3 packages at once if you want to actually get anywhere in the game, but you can only carry 1 at a time. So instead of going back and forth by yourself getting these, it'd be a lot easier if you had associates. However, no one wanted to be the associate and wanted to be the boss because the associates wouldn't get paid anything for selling. They get paid like $5,000 at most. And it wasn't worth their time to help someone sit there for a couple hours on end filling up a warehouse with packages. So that was a wasted opportunity. Then Bikers came along, and Bikers was pretty good. It could have been better, but it was pretty good because you could do it solo, you just needed help selling. But you could steal the supplies solo. It was free, you didn't have to pay for the supplies unless you wanted to. And it worked in the background, meaning you could rubber band your controller and just let it sit there in your warehouse and you wouldn't get raided and you can have it fill up. Or you could play heist and have that making money for you in the background. It's not the greatest, but it's something cool to have while you're playing Pacific Standard. However, this DLC comes out and it has vehicles that are worth millions of dollars. You have the Ruiner that goes for 5.7 million. You have the new trucks. You have the Phantom Wedge. You have all these really dope vehicles that cost millions of dollars. Someone did a grand total of how much it costs to buy everything in this DLC, and they said it cost $33 million. Not sure how accurate that is a number from Twitter, but I wouldn't doubt it. Everything in this DLC costs a lot of money. So import-export is about stealing cars and then upgrading these cars and selling them to buyers that are interested in them. The whole point of this is to become one of the biggest car selling rings in Los Santos. However, the payments are shit, as you'd imagine. The cheapest vehicle warehouse is 1.5 million, but you can't just buy one of those because first you need to be a CEO and own a CEO office. Once you actually have a vehicle warehouse, you have to source the vehicles on your own and steal them. But you don't just steal the vehicles, because almost always there will always be AIs that spawn non-stop. You can try getting out of your car and killing them. They will keep following you all the way back to your vehicle warehouse, and the more damage a car takes, the more you have to pay to repair the car. Meaning if you get shot a couple times, you have to pay $1,000 to $2,000. If you crash, you have to pay $5,000 in damages. So it is technically free, but there's no way you're going to get it back to the warehouse without paying a couple $1,000s worth of damage from bullet holes alone. However, this can be done solo. You do not need help stealing these cars at all, which is a good thing. Maybe it's not so much of a good thing, because it's kind of encouraging people to do this solo, so there's no reason for them to have players, but it's an online game, so why would you do this solo? We can get more into that in another video though. The point is, you can optionally do this solo, which is good. Having friends there is better to reduce the damage cost from bullet holes from enemies, but you could do this solo. Once you get to your garage and pay for it, you can sell the car individually, wait until you have 4 cars to sell at once, or if you get rare collections of cars, you can sell those. Although you only get a small bonus, and the highest bonus you can get is $50,000, so it's not really worth your time. Now the highest paying cars, it pays for $100,000 only after you spend $20,000 upgrading them to make them go for that much commission. Then you have to drive the vehicles to the buyer, and you also have to pay if you damage them on the way to the buyer as well. So that's more cash right there if you're getting shot at by enemies, which will almost always happen if you're selling multiple vehicles at once. So it's $80,000 profit, minus the cost that you spent repairing the vehicle when you stole it, minus the cost that you spent when you damaged the vehicle when you sold it. So you're starting to see how this eats into profits, and it's not really worth your time. On top of that, once you sell 4 cars, assuming you have 3 associates to help you out, the associates only get paid $17K maximum I've seen. Most of the people get paid $9K, although I did sell low-end cars when I did test that. And there is a 44-minute cooldown time, meaning to sell a full 40-car warehouse, you would have to wait 6 hours and 36 minutes just for the cooldown alone. That's not counting the time it takes you to sell the cars and drive back to your warehouse and all that. Just counting the wait time alone for the cooldown to actually sell another car, it's 44 minutes. That is fucking ridiculous if you ask me. So only getting paid $80,000 maximum on each car, assuming you don't damage them when you steal them, when you sell them. At 4 cars, which is maximum by the way, they go for a lot less if they're not the best cars on the street. There's a 44-minute cooldown, meaning you're waiting over 6.5 hours just for the cooldown alone to sell a full warehouse. Even if you're doing this solo, it's still not a great money making method. Yes, you can make $80,000 maximum solo, but you still have to wait for the vehicle timer cooldown and all that. And you could argue, yeah, you can steal a car while you're waiting for the cooldown. That's all fine and whatever, but it's all a long grind. I feel like ever since shark cards were a big thing, Rockstar have been making everything into a giant grind. Take a look at Pacific Standard. Take a look at Heist in general. They came out in 2014. However, they were in development back before the game even came out. And as you can tell, heists are still the best money making method even now in almost 2017, or December of 2016. Why is that? I'd imagine it's because that was in development before shark cards were a thing and they realized how much money they can make. Ever since shark cards became a big thing in the GTA community, Rockstar making these DLCs shittier and shittier. Adversary mode payouts shittier and shittier. I played in adversary mode with double cash on for 30 minutes straight, won the game, and only got paid $30,000. I almost had a mental breakdown after that. Match winner! Thank fuck!
Is it done?
That's it!
$37,000.
That's...
Money too. Hyperventilating, my god.
We're getting out of here and quitting everything.
Should we just do this another night?
$37,000 for a half hour of cancer. Oh man.
I gotta go fucking piss. Oh my god, damn it.
I played like 7 or 8 rounds of that shit. So even on double cash, adversary payouts are shit. And these new adversary modes that are coming out are horrible. Have you seen Turf War? Look at GTA 4's Turf War. Look at GTA 5's. What the fuck is this, Rockstar? So as you can see, Heist is still the best. And even then, Heist is still a long grind. Now, I used to say, stop bitching about DLC prices, but now is the time for everyone to bitch. Now is the time for the community to stand up and actually speak out and bitch to Rockstar. And stop buying shark cards. Because shark cards is the reason this game is so shit recently. Rockstar is dragging out everything, making it a long, boring grind just so they can encourage you buying shark cards. This is why so many people use modded accounts. You know what? I don't blame you. If you want to use a modded account just for your own sake, so you can actually have money and have fun in the DLC, because you can't have fun in this game without having millions of dollars, then go ahead. You have my support. Because honestly, grinding money in this game is so long and boring, it's almost impossible to get enough money to actually buy what you want if you have a job or school. The only reason I'm actually able to make all this money is because I'm self-employed. I pick my own hours. I'm not working at 9 to 5 and I don't have school. If I had a regular life like most people did, I don't think I'd be able to make as much money as I do in GTA Online or play it as much. Imagine going to work or going to school, coming home just wanting to play GTA and you realize you can't. A new DLC comes out, you can't play with your friends and have fun because you can't afford anything. You're sitting there doing this boring grinding shit for a couple hours a night only to come out with a couple $100,000 at the end. If you wanted to buy the Ruiner 2000, which cost $5.7 million with all the upgrades, and you did pack standard, assuming you did it in an hour or less, you would have to do pack standard a little over 14 times to be able to afford it. That's 14 hours of playing to get it. And most people, it takes them 2 hours to complete pack standard. So now that's over 20 hours, almost 30 hours of playing time to be able to afford the Ruiner 2000. GTA Online feels more like a free-to-play game than anything these days. And I say that because the DLC is free. However, unless you're taking this long, grindy path, you're forced to buy shark cards to have fun in the game and actually buy things. Kind of like how in other games on mobile, you have these time walls and these cooldown periods, like a 44-minute cooldown in GTA Online. And you either can pay to bypass them, meaning pay to get money in GTA Online, or wait. But seriously, Rockstar, a 44-minute fucking wait to sell your cars? Are you fucking kidding me, Rockstar? I know Rockstar likes that shark card cash, but are you fucking kidding me? Look at what their games used to be. Look at Red Dead Redemption. Look at GTA 4's multiplayer. These multiplayers are based on having fun. Ever since they added an economy to their online games, their games have been shit, and I'm talking about GTA Online here. Red Dead Redemption, GTA 4, they were fun multiplayer experiences. GTA 4 had dozens of game modes. All the interiors were open to free mode. It was a great, amazing game. I had so much fun in that game as a kid. I used to play it every single day. I didn't have to sit there and grind for hours on end to make money to actually buy things, because there wasn't anything to buy. Everything was unlocked for you. And when people hacked the game and modded it, it was even more fun because then you could actually use vehicles that wasn't in multiplayer and they'd spawn ramps at the airport and shit. It could only get better. The only time it got worse when people started using their mods to freeze lobbies. Look at Red Dead Redemption. You had your posse. You was able to go around the map and have gunfights. It was fun. The player versus player combat isn't fun because you have bullshit like sticky bombs, proximity mines, and homing launchers that work on anything. People on the ground, people in cars, people in helicopters. Doesn't matter. You're fucked. And to be able to buy all the cool vehicles to actually have fun in the game, like the Ruiner 2000, the Phantom Wedge, all these cool vehicles, you have to grind for hours on end. And this is a problem. I'm really hoping that Red Dead Redemption 2 doesn't have an online economy, because if it does, they'll find a way to milk it with like Buffalo cards or some bullshit. Honestly, microtransactions has been fucking GTA. Like, I love Rockstar games, and they know that. They've invited me to their streams multiple times. They follow me on Twitter. They support me. They fucking shout out my podcast on the stream. Thank you for that, by the way, Kling. I appreciate it. So I love Rockstar games, but I'm not a fanboy. I'm pro-consumer. This is anti-consumer. Making people grind or buy shark cards is just anti-consumer, really. And I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna support Rockstar for anti-consumer bullshit, because that's what this is. This feels like more of a free-to-play game than anything, and I am not having fun in GTA Online. I wanted to make a video on this DLC. A lot of people expect me to make a video with like a money-making guide and stuff, and I was excited to do it, but I'm not going to, because you can't make money in it. It's not like, oh, you want to sell multiple cars, or just load up 20 cars on a fucking car hauler and then, you know, drive the big truck somewhere and have people in budget defend it and cool shit like that. No. Like the mission in single player, it's not like that at all. It's very boring with cooldowns in between. So all these new cars are cool. The new Skyline is cool. I should say the old Skyline is cool. The Ruiner is cool. The Phantom Wedge, all these vehicles are amazing. But unless you buy shark cards or grind for hours on end, you won't be able to actually have fun and use these vehicles unless you have a friend that owns them. So I really hope that Rockstar Games changes their direction, but they won't. I honestly am sick and tired of the online development team. There is no way this is the same team that works on the single player for these games, and if it is, shame on you, because you know how to make great games, but you decide to fuck the games over for money. Which I know Rockstar is a business at the end of the day. They're there to make money. That's their main goal. But this is so fucked, dude. Yan made a letter talking about how he's afraid for the future of Rockstar and how he thinks that Rockstar changed. It's a good read. I encourage you to read it. I'll have a link down in the description below. Oh, and did I forget to mention that the servers have been fucked, so you get disconnected from the game all the time, and if you disconnect from the lobby, your car catches on fire and explodes. I assume Rockstar is doing this so that way they can stop people from splitting up the lobbies and getting cars over and over again. However, they are now punishing regular players because their servers and netcode is so shit that we disconnect from lobbies for no reason. My friends from the UK disconnect from lobbies. My friends from the Netherlands disconnect from lobbies. My friends from the United States disconnect from lobbies. This isn't on my end or my friend's end. This is on Rockstar's end. Even when you're playing with people in your own region, in your own country, you still disconnect. And I have a feeling it's an issue with connecting to friends, not just randoms. That's Rockstar for you. This is GTA Online 2017. I honestly can't wait to see what Rockstar has in store for us. Will it get worse with time? I'm not sure, but I know I'll be there to bitch about it if it does. Such a wasted opportunity. It's really, honestly, such a shame. I really hope you change your ways, Rockstar, because this new way of developing DLCs is a fucking joke.